Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And into a sea of red, we're underway in Kansas City. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And incomplete to open things up. The tight end Kelsey was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that that fell harmlessly to the ground. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Left. Ready. Green 39. Green 39. Z.
Mahomes will try again on 2nd down. And Conley's got it over the middle. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail. Ready. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Ready. Blue 45. Blue 45.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time, that's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive.
Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail. Z. Left. Slow.
On first down, Mahomes. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit. And another first down. A first trip to the red zone for KC. 1st and 10 right at the 20.
Ace. Slow.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This is caught. Watkins. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
2nd and goal from the 1. Mahomes takes it himself, and he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Butker now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. So Brees going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now Brees. Throw left side complete. It's Ingram. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. On 1st and 10, here's Brees. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards. You know, early on this year, we thought that Michael Thomas might threaten Marvin Harrison's record of 143 catches in a season. Didn't quite get there, but he did lead the NFL CD, 125 of them.
And he's smart enough to make sure he's attached at the hip with his quarterback, Drew Brees. And they connected on a staggering 85% of his targets, the highest percentage of any quarterback-receiver combo in NFL history. It definitely justifies his social media handle, Can't Guard Mike.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 41. To throw, it's Brees. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ingram. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Working from the gun, it's Brees. Looking downfield for Dez. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Steven Nelson able to get a hand in coverage.
Cut me out, partner. Was that incomplete?
There was on a deep ball to Dez.
And that's a surprise. The way he attacks the football in the air, it's always surprising to me when he doesn't complete a pass like that.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Brees to throw again. Looking long for Thomas. This is caught inside the 15. A big third down conversion with a gain of 28. And I guess, Charles, sometimes when you have a receiver well over 6 foot, you do that. Just put it up there, let him grab it, and he did.
And it certainly appears like a 50-50 ball, right? We always talk about that when both sides have a chance to get it, the receiver or the guy covering him. But I think the odds actually are in favor of the offense. They can see the ball coming oftentimes before the defender can get his head around. So I think that really goes to like 70-30, and they should be able to go up and get it most of the time.
And he got it there. Well, the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Give him 2 yards on that play, and they're going to face a third down. Try to run for the first with Ingram. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And that is going to be incomplete. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. Now, they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Left, 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 left.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about to us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
Black 58 rail. So. Here we go now. Green 90. Green 90.
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this.
Here we go. Green 90. Green 90. So. Z. So.
Mahomes now on first down. He finds an opening past the 40. That's out to Hill, right side complete. The 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 71 yards. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. Butker now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Well, as the dust settles for the New Orleans Saints on this season, yes, a lot of disappointment for the second year in a row. But, you know, 13-3, #1 seed for the first time since 2009. Now, they did suffer the first home playoff loss under Breeze and Peyton after 6 wins, but a lot to be proud of this year for New Orleans.
No doubt about it. I mean, that team jumped out right from the word go. Well, let me rephrase that. After a season-opening disappointing loss to Tampa Bay, they ran off a heck of a streak and established themselves as the team to beat in the NFC. The only concerns going forward, will they get everyone back healthy? Remember, Sheldon Rankins, their exciting defensive tackle, got hurt in the playoffs. But the other part is, can they shake off the last 2 years of losses, get that out of their psyche? That crazy Minneapolis loss to the Vikings, and then the controversial non-call in the playoffs against the Rams this year. If they can put that behind them, they'll be a force again in 2019.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. The Saints in the hurry up here, clock continuing to roll.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. And this one caught by Dez Bryant. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A nice pick up there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd. Now Breeze on 3rd down. Over the middle, it's Thomas. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Hey, easy.
Breeze now on 1st down. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Allen Bailey in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Breeze to throw on 2nd down. Oh, ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Thomas, the intended target. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10.
Green, 90. Green, 90. Left, 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 left.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And, oh, he's going to be hit and driven into the turf. And now a timeout defensively after that 1st down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13.
Here we go. Green, 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On first down, Breeze. And incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Off the play fake to Kamara. It's Breeze. Going deep here for Bryant. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Ready. Yellow lady.
Here's Breeze. Looking downfield for Dez. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending the guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down.
36. Ready.
They do go for it. It's Breeze. And this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. Mahomes now on first down. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Cameron Jordan able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Pass incomplete. He was looking for Watkins that time, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down, and needing long yardage to try and pick up a 1st down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the 1st down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. The All-Pro Justin Houston in on the tackle.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after them now.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze trying to lay one up deep. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it here. Well, that's complete. It's Watson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, they're hoping that the 2nd half is better for him than the 1st half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Here's Breeze to throw. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A very solid gain of 27. And at this stage, down in the 2nd half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a good gain of 11, sets them up 1st and goal.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
He'll get it up the middle. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it.
Touchdown! Mark Ingram, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
Lutz now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. The 3rd quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail. Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail. So. Z. So.
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. And this is caught by Watkins. Mahomes to the former Ram, Sammy Watkins for the Kansas City first.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45. That's a run. They're running it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down.
Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45.
Mahomes to throw on second down. And that's incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Left. Slow. Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Slow. It's just me and you.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Watkins alone on the left side. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Spencer Ware taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. Butker now to add the extra point. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Butker now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They go play action here on 1st down. And incomplete on the deep ball. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call. And you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all that yardage. That would be a big play.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Breeze. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Now Breeze. He's going to float this one deep right side. Broken. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And he is all the way up past the 25.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 26.
Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45. 47 Mike. Z.
From the gun, it's Mahomes going up top. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Butker now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here.
Kill.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this.
Kill. 21. Good. 5-4, ready.
On 2nd down, here's Breeze. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Throwing now is Breeze. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Now Breeze. And this is incomplete. Eric Murray that time there to knock it away. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Left. Here we go.
Ware takes the give from Mahomes. And past the 30 down to about the 27. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Black 58,
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. The Chiefs on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. That's going to be caught. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there. And often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
So they are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Butker now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Saints coming out now to take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout, as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now Breeze got to have this one. Pressure gets there, and he goes down. Now there's also a flag, but this might be on the offense anyway. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
Hey. Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Ace.
On the ground, this is Ware. This carry, despite the extra effort, will be stopped short of the 10. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. Mahomes going to throw it here. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting